Welcome back to the NBA Finals in the Chicago Bulls franchise. It is episode 50, a milestone in the series, and this playoff run we're on right now has been legendary for a while at this point. But in Game 2 of the Finals, we wrote another legendary page. Game 1 did not go our way. We got blown out, and it looked like this series might be over quickly, but Game 2, completely different story. We were leading most of the fourth quarter. The Spurs threatened to come back in the final minute. Shaedon Sharpe comes out of nowhere for this blocked by James moment, but it ended up being wiped out by this Wembanyama jumper to take the lead for the Spurs with 22 seconds remaining. But Shaedon was unfazed. He was a man on a mission, driving into the teeth of the defense all the way to the rim for a layup with 0.3 seconds remaining. That ended up being the game-winning shot to steal home court advantage for Chicago. Hard to find words to describe Shaedon Sharpe's performance in the postseason. It all started with that game winner against the Bucks in the play-in round, and then he just kept on scoring and scoring and scoring all the way to the NBA Finals. And he has given us the chance to pull off maybe the most improbable championship run of all time. The odds are still against us, as the Spurs still have the overwhelming talent advantage. They are the best team in the league, and they looked like it in Game 1. They punched us in the mouth, and we just barely squeaked by with a win in Game 2. So we can't expect to be blowing this team out. We're going to have to fight tooth and nail every single possession, and hopefully we'll come out on top like we did a game ago. Game 3 set to begin, and we'll start the same lineup we did in Game 2, Andrej Lorbeck at point guard. That's been the lineup that's worked best for us so far. I want to continue riding the hot hand of Sharpe, so I've set up an opening series. A mellow series will be run for Shaedon Sharpe on our first few possessions. As these Bulls fans have been starving for an NBA Finals game, they finally get it. As Donovan Clingan wins the tip against Wembanyama, and we are underway in the NBA Finals from the United Center for the first time since 1998. As Andrej Lorbeck will drive and pass up a wide-open layup, he'll get the ball right back, attacks Kyrie Irving again, and misses. A bit of a Ben Simmons moment there from Andrej Lorbeck. Would have been an easy 2 points if he just had more confidence there. Kyrie Irving, nothing but net, and the Spurs are on the board. The reason Lorbeck passed up his open shot on that opening possession was because we were trying to get the ball to Shaedon Sharpe, and the next time down we do so successfully. Kyrie Irving dancing on Lorbeck, driving baseline and knocking down that short floater. 5-2, Lorbeck continuing to attack Irving. I think he learned his lesson because that was a beautiful move. And no hesitation for his first 2 points. Irving off the pick and roll, threads a pass in there to Wembanyama, who punches it. Lorbeck on Irving. We are abusing that mismatch, and Lorbeck hits the sweet fadeaway. And it's a post up for Keldon Johnson as Sharpe with the elevation on the contest. And a great get-ahead pass to Dalen Terry, reverses it in, a circus layup. And the Bulls lead. Sharpe ran off the three-point line, now out to Lorbeck, guarded by Anthony Edwards. A last-second heave doesn't go. Zachary Risacher gives the Spurs the lead right back. What a find he was in the draft for San Antonio. Sharpe picks up his dribble, finds Lorbeck up top. He'll drive down the right side of the lane and miss it. Now Irving, working with Wembanyama, forced the switch, but coming out of nowhere is Clingan. We've seen him do that so many times in this playoff run, guarding two guys at once. Almost like he teleported. Now down the lane, the Statue of Liberty. I really thought Wemby would get the block there. He's done that so many times in this series already, but look at that poster photo for Clingan. He gets the better of him in that round. Bulls looking solid in the opening minutes of Game 3, 10 apiece. Clingan with the mismatch and hooks it in over Shea. And now here's Keldon Johnson spinning baseline and drawing the foul on Clingan. He'll hit both free throws. It's 12-12. Dalen Terry cannot get the bounce on his contested layup, and Wemby will take it down the court. Crosses over on Terry and knocks down the pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Plays like that have just become commonplace. He does it so often you just get used to it. Sharpe will try a three off back iron, and it's rebounded by Wembanyama. And he'll hit Shea running the floor. Lackluster transition defense for us, but I guess that's just Wemby's gravity opening up the rest of the floor. Now he's just going to lower his shoulder into Terry, laying it up and in. Sharpe, left side of the floor, and missed the elbow jumper, put back in by Donovan Clingan. Now Wemby on the Iverson cut to the corner and hits a long two. Luke Kennard in off the bench. He's been a fine sixth man for us. Missed that open three, but Terry saves the day. Zachary Shea, physical drive on Kennard, and collapses the defense for Kyrie Irving. Spurs up by 7 all of a sudden. And it's Terry drawing a foul inside and hitting both free throws. We've struggled from the line as a team, but Terry has been one of our most consistent all postseason long, as Killian Hayes left open on that long two. Luke Kennard gets it to go this time. And we're up to 21 points as Malik Roll done some damage in the first couple games of the series. Off the mark there, as Ausar Thompson has all the space in the world in the middle. Spins around for the slam. That's what going small ball 5 out can do for an offense, allowing space for Thompson to slash to the rim. Edwards is fouled and knocks down a pair. And we close in on the end of the first quarter as Zach Edey's block is negated by Malik Roll's foul. 2 free throws for Jet Howard. And we're giving up a lot of size inside with Luis Kuzma at center guarding Zach Edey. Last shot of the first quarter, Kuzma fading away over the player he was traded for in Killian Hayes. And we go to the second down by 4. So we are playing with new life after that win in Game 2. A championship seems all the more possible as Edey playing with his food inside. Shaedon Sharpe fumbles the pass, gets it back. Now backing down Anthony Edwards and rising up over him for the jumper. 31-27, Zach Edey pokes it free from Andrej Lorbeck. Killian Hayes down the right side tries the floater blocked by Dalen Terry. He'll try again on the out of bounds, and he'll get it this time. Jet Howard thought about the 3, has the mismatch on Edey. He'll drive right past him, and he'll be fouled and hit 2 more free throws. Keldon Johnson posting up and blocked by Shaedon Sharpe. He continues to impact games with his explosive vertical. Now he'll fake the shot and pass it inside to a rolling Luis Kuzma. Spotting up from the mid-range, Zachary Shea. And an ill-advised pass from Kyrie Irving. A steal leading to a Shaedon Sharpe three-pointer missed. Shea with the board. Sharpe has been quiet. 2 of 7 field goals. And what a pass from Irving to Wemby, who didn't even have to turn around to catch the ball. That's how in tune he is with his teammate Irving. As Lorbeck scores on the other end, Sharpe, corner 3, and he's in a bit of a rough patch. As the Spurs push in transition and a high arcing 3 goes down for Keldon Johnson. The Spurs continue to be the aggressors in this series. We've spent most of the series trailing. Big shot from Dalen Terry, getting us back within 4, and a block from Donovan Clingan. And we're off and running. It's Lorbeck with the cross, and it's intercepted by Wemby. Going the other way, through 2 defenders. Free throw line jumper. That's been one of his favorite spots to shoot from, and he's been automatic. Clingan going right at Wemby, and it does not work. Halfway through the second quarter, Lorbeck attacks an open painted area, but bothered missing the layup. Kyrie stalling up top, and a whistle and a 5-second violation. 5 in the key. That's the first time I've seen that rule actually enforced since it was changed from 3 to 5 seconds. It gives Irving a free throw, and then Keldon Johnson makes it a 3-point possession. Sharpe pick and roll to DC. 45-38 with 5 to go in the half. Killian Hayes head of steam to the rim. We still struggle to stop this San Antonio offense. Even when we're able to score pretty consistently, it feels like it's hard to match their pace. Wembanyama with the snatch block. He has really been feeling it in this series. And he gets the assist to Keldon Johnson inside. Double-digit lead for San Antonio. And Dalen Terry usually kicks it into a different gear when his team needs him the most. He earns himself a couple free throws there, as Edwards pulls up from 3-point range and drains it. Sharpe missed the fadeaway. And a lid on the basket for our best player, 2 of 9. Contested 3 goes down for Irving. And Luke Kennard trying to answer. In a 15-point hole, Sharpe gets it to go, finally. 7 points. Trying to snap out of his hangover after the game winner last game. Edey with the tip in. Terry can't hit. Rebound, Edey. 1 minute to go. Malik roll. A red carpet to the rim. Kuzma with the penetration. Scrambling the defense. Terry open, and he makes him pay. He has been our best player in the half. 14 points after the 3. And Irving continues to play well as well. Kennard sidesteps into a swish. 61-49. We dodge a bullet from Irving, but McDaniels vacuums it up and draws a foul. The former Bull misses the first but hits the second, as Sharpe gets the final shot of the first half, and that's it. 62-49, as the second quarter didn't go our way. But if it weren't for Dalen Terry's contributions, this may be uglier. This team really needs Shaedon Sharpe if they want to compete against a team this good. 3 of 12 is not going to cut it. I know he's the reason we won Game 2, but it's first to 4 wins in the NBA playoffs, and we need to figure out a winning formula, not just a way to win, miraculously. Wembanyama already has a double-double through 16 minutes on the court. Thankfully, it has not been the best game for Anthony Edwards. It's easier said than done to make a team like this one-dimensional, but maybe that should be the game plan. How can we prevent the Spurs from moving the ball the way they want to? How can we make one player hold the ball for most of the possession? Usually, the way to do that is by switching everything, but the problem is, Wembanyama is an absolute switch destroyer. Once anyone other than Donovan Clingan is guarding him, they've basically already scored. So maybe what we need to do is limit how dangerous his team can be, make sure we're guarding the 3-point line, preventing Kyrie and Keldon Johnson from getting open threes, while Donovan Clingan just stays on Wemby every time down. If anyone in the league is going to stop him, it's got to be Clingan, right? And if he doesn't work, we've got Icot Lucas on the bench. The good news is we are making our threes and free throws, so hopefully that holds true in the second half. And here we go. Spurs start with it. And Shea has the defense scrambling, and it leaves Irving open. Well, not a great start to our second half game plan. Terry just puts it up there for Clingan to go and get it. Kyrie gets a step on Ausar Thompson for the easy lay-in. And it's a 15-point game. Sharpe open, right wing three. And a good start to his second half. Irving way too open, and he knew it was going in the second it left his hands. We trade buckets here. Thompson up high and down hard. We need to start attacking the rim with no fear like that more often. Thompson puts Wembanyama on another poster. Edwards, a three, is good, but he is down in a heap on the sideline. He is hurt. Grabbing that left ankle, he landed on it awkwardly. And he's helped off by Kyrie. So that is a huge loss for San Antonio. Obviously, Wemby and Kyrie have been doing most of the damage, but we all know how talented Ant-Man is. He will exit the game. And Wembanyama has it inside, decides not to challenge Clingan. They kick it out for a Hayes three, but Wemby gets the offensive rebound and is blocked by Donovan Clingan. Sent it into the third row. It's out of bounds, Spurs ball, and Wemby misses another shot. What is the Spurs offense going to look like without Edwards out there? Lorbeck open for a triple. It's off rim. And it's Wemby up the right side of the floor, getting past us, and gets the and one. The foul goes on Thompson. Lorbeck tries a fancy move. Wemby's having none of it. Off in transition, Keldon Johnson with the lay. And it's 21. It has not been the third quarter we have wanted, but Dalen Terry does have 16 points. Kyrie Irving, what a shot in close quarters. And now we go to the well again. Dalen Terry down low, puts it up, draws a foul on Shea, and knocks down a pair of free throws. Irving has a hot hand. He misses the wide open three from the top of the key. And now here's Terry, guarded by Irving. He'll drive, draw two, puts it up anyway and gets it. And one, Dalen Terry. 20 points, make that 21. 79-63. Keldon Johnson, long two. Rattles out, but rebound tipped into the hands of Shea. Finds Irving again. Another try, he got it. Our defense can't stop a nosebleed. And Terry's really the only thing going for us on offense. He hits two more free throws. And he stole it from Hayes. Running the break. It's Thompson in stride. One hand jam. This is a Dalen Terry legacy game. But will that be enough? He commits a turnover. The lead is down to 14 for the Spurs, and Wemby double clutches it. Timeout, Bulls, halfway through the third quarter. And the injury diagnosis for Anthony Edwards is a strained Achilles. It will linger for the rest of the season, and it remains to be determined whether he will be able to play through it. Obviously, an Achilles injury is no joke. And they probably only put him in if they absolutely needed him, and so far they haven't. I cut Lucas in the game, and he scores immediately. Wembanyama the steal down low, he's out there with Edey. Johnson passes up the three and is swatted away. A lot of size out there on the court for both teams. Chet Howard running the pick and roll with Lucas. Too much for Johnson to handle. And he made a free throw. It's Malik Roll, right corner, no good on the three. Lucas wrestles it down. Dalen Terry attacking J-Mac. the pump fake, and the lay-in. The longest tenured Chicago Bull has put us on his back today and has us within single digits, although the free throws make it 11 once more. Thompson, cheeky little Euro step, and Edey says, get that out of here. Sends it all the way to half court, and Kennard at the shot clock buzzer hits a triple. This might be a game, as Riza will go coast to coast for a jumper over the contest from Lucas. And we push the pace. Howard drives inside, fouled hard by Edey. And a pair of free throws is good from Howard. We leave McDaniels open for three, but Edey comes flying in for the putback. I did not know he had that athleticism in him. Howard no good. And it'll go to Riza down low, shot clock running down, and Lucas just puts his hands up there and forces the shot clock violation. 89-79. Lorbeck is back in, scores on Killian Hayes. McDaniels fouled on the three by Kuzma. Kuzma's got to know McDaniels is just an average three-point shooter. No reason to contest him that hard. And he makes us pay with all three free throws. Final 20 seconds or so of the quarter. Edey, with Lucas on him, he passes out to Killian Hayes. Hits the jumper at the shot clock buzzer. And now here's Sharpe for the final shot of the quarter. Takes it in and is blocked by Zach Edey. And that's the third quarter. It ebbed and flowed, but ultimately we end right where we started, 13 points down. Shaedon Sharpe only has 10 points heading into quarter number 4 and can't hit that jumper. Here's Wemby. He's got Thompson on him, and he's just going to step back and bury the three. And here's Irving running the pick and roll. Gets behind the defense, and Clingan recovers. Blocks it. And now the Bulls off and running. Kuzma, Clingan, driving. It's Kuzma again, gets Wemby in the air, and will kick it out to Thompson, slowing it down. Elbow jumper, got it! We need a run sooner than later. Wemby draws a double, and McDaniels attacks the closeout. And now Kennard tries to cut in. 2 of the deficit, he does. 10 minutes to go, it's 13 again. Thompson with a steal. Sharpe downhill! It's a facial on Kyrie Irving. We've seen a lot of posters today from Bulls players. If only style points actually counted on the scoreboard, as Irving hits a 3 in Thompson's face. Sharpe, oh no, thought he had some space, but Wemby was lurking. Now in transition, puts it up and in! What a finish! And those are the sequences we cannot afford. It's a 17-point game now as Sharpe goes back door for the layup. That's one way to get back in rhythm. Dalen Terry, a pump fake, and a score down low. 27 points for Dalen Terry, and Ausar picks another pocket. We slow it down, and now Terry, right wing, finds Sharpe cutting to the basket. Sharpe coming alive, he's got 16, 6 in the quarter. And a powerful drop step from Wembanyama. We could have had the entire team on him and it wouldn't have mattered. Thompson left corner. He'll kick it out. Terry pick and pop. And he missed the open 3. He's the guy that we trust the most right now to hit those shots. Just didn't fall. Sharpe with the rebound, takes it down the floor. Calls for a screen from DT. We try it again, but Wemby too close. He passes up the shot. Sharpe, inside. Draws a foul, the 4th on Riza. And Sharpe hits a pair. It's 11 again. Wemby's three doesn't drop. And Thompson will try to knife through and gets it out. Sharpe, a jumper from about 12 feet out, and he's got it. Wemby thought about the three over Thompson. He'll give it up to Johnson. Now Johnson spins away, crosses over left, and the mid-range pull-up. We cut it to single digits for a split second, but back up to 11 now. Sharpe sensing the urgency, and one. What a move. Back and forth with the cross, and then a Euro step to an and one finish. And now it's an 8-point deficit. Kyrie pick and pop. Wemby draped on the three by Clingan. Great rotation. And here's Terry with that patent pump fake and reverses it in. 109-103. And just avoided going out of bounds right there. Excellent move. Dalen Terry is dialed in. But oh no, our defense is not dialed in on that play. And it's a turnover. A fumbled handoff. Not what we need. Keldon Johnson gonna pull and hit. 115-103. Sharpe to Kennard in the corner. It's too congested. Sharpe will put it up. No call. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up. No. Kennard with the rebound. And now Terry outside with 29. He'll take it in on Wemby and throw it right to him. He's just the type of defender that makes you forget how to play basketball. And couldn't finish over Clingan. Gets it back though. Reza Shea going middle off the screen. Wemby downhill blocked. Donovan Clingan again. And Terry to Kennard, right corner. And he'll get screened. Open. Now drives, kicks. Clingan's not a shooter. He'll drive. And puts up the hook shot. It drops. 12 points for Donovan. A risky pass somehow deflected right to McDaniels. We could have really used a steal there. Keldon with just over 3 to go. Terry shadowing him. 4 on the shot clock. Handoff to Irving. Reza Shea blocked on the 3 by Luke Kennard. Incredible defensive possession. If we could just string a few more of those together, we still have a chance. For some reason, Victor Wembanyama has been substituted out of the game. Zach Edey replaces him. Thompson with the little ankle breaker working on Irving gives it up. Clingan looking for a cutter. Sharpe downhill two-hand jam. Timeout Spurs. And I thought it was just unrealistic to have Wemby on the bench right now. It's not even like he's tired, so I ended up subbing him in manually. Can we pull off another improbable victory? That's not the way to do it. Straight line drive allowed to Keldon Johnson. 2 minutes to go. Terry isolated, and he is drawing double teams. Maybe the first time that's happened to him his whole career. Sharpe trapped. Lorbeck has to just put it up. Clingan bails us out. Terry open 3. No! We did not deserve a look that open, and when we got it, we did not convert. Thompson with a frustration foul. And under 90 seconds, Irving, Wemby, pick and roll. Wemby is blocked! Clingan has a nose for the ball tonight. But now Johnson's gonna get way too open. We forget about the inbounder. And it's up to a 12-point game again. Sharpe need it and got it. Back down to 9. And we got a full court press now. Do we foul? Dorian Finney-Smith is in the game. He launches it to Johnson, puts it up and in. We have given Johnson way too many open shots down the stretch. It's looking bleak right now as Sharpe missed the 3 and our comeback attempt is going to fall short. Irving to DFS, who adds insult to injury. He's out there with the starters, even though he has barely played in the postseason. He's fouled, and he'll hit 1 of 2. Dalen Terry has 29. A career night, at least postseason-wise. He's going to try one more shot, and he gets it to go as time expires. That gives him 32 points, an excellent performance, but it's not going to change the result as the Bulls fall down 2-1 in these NBA Finals. The long-awaited Finals homecoming to this city does not go as planned, as Kyrie Irving goes for 31 and 10, and Wemby goes for 25, 17 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Anthony Edwards went down with the injury early in the third quarter, never came back, but the other guys just picked up for him. And here's the final stat line for Terry. 39 minutes played, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. 3 3-pointers as well. Shaedon had a much better second half than first half. He finishes with 28, 6, and 6. Unfortunately, the time where he was struggling in the first half is when we fell behind. And Donovan Clingan finishes with 7 blocks. So yeah, if anyone's going to stop Wembanyama, it's Clingan. But I honestly don't think the problem is our defense on Wemby. It's our team defense as a whole. We're giving up way too many open threes, and we're just losing cutters, and we're not rotating correctly. This is a team that you just cannot fall asleep against. 52% from the field, the Spurs go, 37% from 3, 88 from the line, 33 assists. They out-rebound us. They only had 6 turnovers. Very strong game from them. Well, we lose game 1 in blowout fashion. We win game 2 in a nail-biter, and now we lose game 3 in a fairly close game. So the ultimate decision is Anthony Edwards is out for the season. He will not be able to play through the strained left Achilles. But if game 3 is any indication, Keldon Johnson is just going to get more of an offensive load now, and he is more than capable of filling in for Edwards. Still, the Spurs now are missing one of their top scorers. We, of course, have been missing one of our top scorers for the entire postseason. Why don't we check in on Brandon Ingram? It says he is day-to-day with that stress fracture. That could mean anything from 1 day to 6 days. And it is not something that he's able to play through. So unfortunately, the question still remains whether or not Brandon Ingram will be able to return during these finals. He will not be ready to go for Game 4, unfortunately, but Game 5, unlikely but possible. I would love to see us stay alive long enough for Ingram to return, whether that's Game 5, 6, or 7. So with Edwards out of the picture, Jaden McDaniels will slide into the starting lineup for San Antonio at the 4, as Keldon Johnson slides to the 2 and Reza Shea is the 3. And it's the same lineup for us heading into Game 4. We hope to add another banner to that already impressive collection, as the fans are back to support their team in Game 4 as we don the black uniforms. And Wembanyama wins the tip. Irving instantly fires it to Reza Shea in the corner, and he hits Irving again. Open left wing 3, no good. Rebound Lorbeck, and he pushes. And Jaden McDaniels picks him up. Now Clingan in the high post. Scanning and on the money to Thompson, and it's blocked by Wembanyama. I thought we had a nice little play drawn up there, but Wemby did not agree, and he scores on the other end. We're using Clingan as an offensive hub in the high post. He'll set the screen for Ausar Thompson. Threads it inside to Donovan Clingan. Fantastic pick and roll as Thompson fakes the defense out with the pump, and Clingan was waiting for the pass. And Johnson picks up right where he left off in Game 3. He scored 24 in the win. Thompson goes off a screen. And heavy contact in the restricted area from Wembanyama. Both free throws good. Irving with the little snatch back, stop and go. An endless bag. Sharpe, three-pointer from the corner. And the rebound bounces to Wembanyama. And he'll take it up. Dropping it off to Irving, driving right for the finger roll. Clingan still delivering to the backdoor cutters. Thompson slams it this time, uncontested. Wemby will get a step, and the Lorbeck foul negates the Clingan block. And he comes away empty-handed, missing both free throws as Thompson hesitated on the three, missed it. 9-6, Clingan has it poked free, Thompson chases it down, and he throws it away to Wembanyama. He'll take it up the left side, behind the back, floater shot, no good, it goes right back to him. And he'll rise up and punch it on Clingan. Timeout, Chicago. Our offense has not been able to keep up, as Shaedon Sharpe is no longer the postseason points per game leader. He has dropped below Trae Young, who of course is no longer playing. Kennard on the backdoor cut. Nice feed from Thompson. The flow freelance strikes again. Irving no good. And it's Dalen Terry, the star of last game for Chicago. And he's got that move down pat. The little pump fake baby floater. Answering with a three is Keldon Johnson. Kennard with a foot inside the line. Gives it inside to Clingan. He lost it. Smothered by Wemby. And Irving steps back. Delivers. Free throw line. Wembanyama. Automatic. 16-10. Thompson coming off a couple pin downs, and he'll be fouled by Irving. 2 free throws good. Malik Roll with a long bomb. Terry with a little hop step. And he'll commit the turnover right to Malik Roll. Spurs in transition. Hayes attacking, puts it in. 21-12. And this is not looking good so far. Kennard, contested jumper. Coming in for the putback is Clingan. Hayes attracts two. Roll wide open. What are we doing leaving him just to go help on Killian Hayes? And Hayes blocks Thompson. Keldon Johnson ahead. And he'll go to the free throw line. 26-14 now. Sharpe drives off the catch. Dump off Kuzma. And that was ugly. Not sure if he was stuffed by the bottom of the backboard or if he was blocked. And Wemby will put it back off of the miss. Spurs are doubling us up. Kuzma with a little euro over Wemby, too strong on the finish. Wemby to Roll. Buried it. Saw right over the contest from Jet Howard. Sharpe is fouled by Roll. He has not scored. And his second free throw goes to give him 1 point. 2 minutes to go in the first. Roll strikes again. 34-15. We look really flat. Lorbeck with an aggressive finish. Now drop off to Howard. He finds Kennard. Left wing three is pure. And we're finally over 20 points. Keldon Johnson, too much space. Kennard fell asleep. Gotta stay with him. Ball deflected right to Wembanyama, missed the floater. And Lucas gets the rebound. And a turnover. Intercepted by Johnson. And he finds Wembanyama streaking. 39-20. Sharpe on Roll. Fading away. Pretty shot. His first field goal of the game. And Wemby, oh my goodness, that's just too easy. Sharpe, last second heave, does not go, and it's 41-22 at the end of one. The Spurs are just so good. Donovan Clingan draws the foul on Edey. We're not doing so well getting their bigs into foul trouble, often because we're just too scared to attack them. That could be a way back into this game, though. Here's Clingan again. He passes out of it. Kennard, why are you not behind the three-point line? That's literally your job. Hits the shot, though, and then a beautiful underhand scoop shot from Irving. Roll again. 48 points. Not even 2 minutes into the second. And a long-range hook shot with the left hand at that. 2 minute scoring drought ends thanks to a Luke Kennard pull-up triple. Reach-in foul Killian Hayes. Now he bumps Sharpe out of bounds, blocking foul on Hayes. And another foul. The third foul in just a matter of seconds. And he's fouled on the shot. We are in the bonus just like that. They just committed 4 fouls in 6 seconds. And they weren't even trying to. Can we draw another? Sharpe, step back 3. Rebound tipped into the hands of Riza-Shea. Edey has a comical mismatch down low. Kuzma coming to help, but he's too late. Sharpe cocks it back, oh my goodness! The hardwood is his trampoline. 52-32. Kennard's 3 rattles home. And it's a 17-point game. We leave McDaniels open, and he finally makes us pay. Thompson will push and score on the drive. Why are we going under on that? Irving way too open. We're playing with fire. He's 4 for 10. Sharpe drives baseline, puts it up. Off the glass and in. Irving with a little spin move. And he misses another. We're pushing in transition. And they're having a hard time stopping it. We're down by 14. All over Riza-Shea, a whistle and a 3-second violation on Kyrie. So I guess the 5 seconds only applies to the defense. The offense only gets 3. Lorbeck gets his own miss and puts it in. Under 5 to go in the half. Open 3, Hayes no good. Wemby with the putback. And now here's McDaniels. We continue to not respect his jumper. Maybe we need to start respecting it. Timeout Bulls. We're down to only 4 remaining already as McDaniels just bullies Terry. Transition take foul. And the free throw good for Wembanyama. Right now we are just not playing like a team that deserves to win. Wembanyama for 3. Lorbeck downhill off the ball screen. Sweet little finish. Long 2 for Riza-Shea, no good. Rebounded by McDaniels, blocked by Clingan. Lorbeck to Thompson in the corner. And covered tightly. Missed it. 19-point game. Wemby blocked by Clingan. If nothing else, it's been a very entertaining matchup of big men. Are you kidding me, Killian Hayes? 2K's frustrating, man. Terry trying to do all he can. He's been quiet tonight. Only his 4th point. Hayes drives and kicks to Riza-Shea. Clingan blocked. Wembanyama going block for block. And he'll take it coast to coast and miss it. I don't know why he didn't just lower his shoulder into Lorbeck there. Terry does that to roll and gets 2 free throws out of it. He only hit 1 as the deficit is 22. Wemby makes it 25. He's doing the too small celebration. Yeah, everybody is too small compared to him. Come on now. Why don't you go pick on somebody your own size, Wemby? Sharpe with 0.2 seconds remaining, and we go to the locker rooms down by 25. This is literally the Monstars. I don't know what else to say. If we can't turn things around quickly, early in the third quarter, I don't know if I can play this entire game. Luke Kennard leads us with 13 points, Sharpe with 11, Thompson with 10. We're just not getting enough ball movement, and we're not collapsing the defense and getting open looks. Wembanyama, meanwhile, has 23 and 8, while Killian Hayes has 10 assists. No one on our team has more than 3. This crowd is very subdued right now as we enter the third quarter. Lorbeck is just obliterated at the rim. We get it out of bounds, and now Sharpe will get an open free throw line jumper, and he's got it. Andrej Lorbeck. We're at our best when he's attacking Kyrie Irving. He's trying to, and he just can't get it in. And he's got the ball on the block, drawing 2. Irving drains it. 26. Sharpe backdoor, lays it in. And now Johnson, off a couple screens, just gets escorted to the rim. Unbelievable. Irving right around Clingan. That would be a beautiful finish if I was a neutral observer. Terry looking like he did in Game 3 with that finish and 1. Kennard with a 3, and it's now 22. Lorbeck down the middle of the floor, missed it, and put back in. Donovan Clingan. It's an even 20-point lead for San Antonio, and extended by Kyrie Irving. Just so good at dribbling it in a tight space. And he just made Terry look silly with the spin finish. Lorbeck under the rim, gets it to Clingan, and soft touch on the short jumper. Lorbeck goes behind the back, fancy, and blocked. Wemby tries to spin baseline. He is doubled, finds an open Johnson on the other side of the floor. So far, we've cut the deficit by just 3 points since halftime. Wemby is just unstoppable moving at that speed. Already up to 25 points. And looking for more off the turnover. Puts it up with the left. 26-point lead, San Antonio. Wemby is just going God mode. Look at him. Tried the Euro step. A little too ambitious. Sharpe. Oh, that's one of my favorite moves from him. Everything but the bucket. Wembanyama missed it. And Ausar, Thompson the other way. Kuzma, Luis Kuzma, draws the second foul on Wembanyama. Thompson is just erased by Zach Edey. We have just been completely unprepared to deal with the Spurs' size. Lucas may be our only hope to match up with them. He gets the block. And he gets the deflection on the inbound pass. It finds Johnson, though, and he drains it from the right corner. 19 for Keldon Johnson. Spurs offense has not lost a step since losing Edwards. I caught Lucas with a powerful one-hand jam over Edey. 3:32 to go. What a pass, Killian Hayes. You know what? That's my breaking point. I can't play any more of this game. Killian Hayes looking like Magic Johnson against us. I'm sick. Final score is 131-99. Honestly, I don't know if I have it in me to break this one down. 37-19. 3 steals, 4 blocks. Victor Wembanyama is ascending before our very eyes to face of the league status. He was already a superstar, but he is a step above that right now. I'm sure Stephen A is somewhere complaining about how the face of the league can't be a foreign player. Normally, I'd be excited about having 6 players in double figures, but no one got over 20 points. So here we are, down 3-1 in the finals. We steamrolled through our first 3 playoff series, but none of those teams can hold a candle to this Spurs team. Brandon Ingram, please save us. He's still day-to-day with the stress fracture. He will not be coming back for Game 5. Shaedon, I'm gonna need you to be Superman just a couple more times this season. I'm not sure we have what it takes to beat the Spurs without that. He had 18 in the last game. His first game under 20 points in a very, very long time. The magic may be running out a little bit, but he's still an explosive athlete, an excellent mid-range shooter. We just need to get him better looks. Now that Edwards is injured, it should be a little bit easier to do that, but just hasn't been the case so far. Wembanyama, meanwhile, looks to be the clear finals MVP if the Spurs get it done in 5. And they'll get a chance to do just that on their home court. We're going to be starting Luis Kuzma today in place of Andrej Lorbeck, in the hopes that that can open up our offense and allow Sharpe to drive with more space. At this point, we're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. San Antonio is also making a change to their starting lineup. Malik Roll enters, so both teams bring in their top scorers off the bench. This is it, everybody. The margin of error is now 0. The Bulls have played with nothing to lose for this entire postseason. No one expected them to be in this position, but when we were on that run, I really thought it was possible that we could go all the way. It would be pretty disappointing to see us fall short without at least putting up a fight against San Antonio. Either way, it's been an incredible season. If it ends today, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Spurs Bulls Game 5 as we fight to live another day. San Antonio is the site once more. 2 years ago, the Spurs were in our position. They were the 8th seed who made a Cinderella run to the finals, could not get it done against the Milwaukee Bucks, but now they are the top dogs and they see blood in the water. Game 5 underway, Donovan Clingan wins the tip, and the Bulls are wearing the all-reds. Sharpe, pull-up jumper, got it, and a great sign for the player we need more than anyone. Dalen Terry picks up a reach-in foul under the rim. And Irving has it. Goes behind the back, gets past Terry, and knocks it down. Both teams on the board now. Terry, pick and pop 3, no good. Clingan couldn't chase down the rebound. Ball on the floor, and a steal for Luis Kuzma. Nearly threw it right back. What a pass from Terry inside to Clingan. Keldon Johnson finds Wemby on the roll. Easy layup. Tied at 4. Donovan Clingan up top. Hands off. Ausar Thompson attacks and lays it in. He loves using that Euro step down low to get his defender on his hip, as that one hung on the rim and did not drop. McDaniels ahead of the pack, tries to rise up. I think he wanted the dunk there, but he had to settle for the layup. Clingan fields the rebound and puts it in. Bulls lead 8-6. We shot 38% from the field last game. That's not going to cut it, as Kennard put it in the perfect spot for the Shaedon Sharpe slam. Almost looked like a 360, but more like a 180. Nonetheless, extremely impressive. He just makes things like that look easy. Wembanyama scores, Sharpe trying to answer. Instead, he runs into the wall that is Wembanyama. Johnson open, left wing 3 is money. And they do a great job switching so Sharpe doesn't get an open three off the pin down, but Sharpe punishes Kyrie Irving. And it's been a much more competitive start. Malik roll, the high arcing three, swallowed up by Victor Wembanyama, and the putback jam. Pull-up jumper goes for Irving. It's 15-12 San Antonio as Billy Donovan calls his first timeout. Luke Kennard, foot inside the line, no good. Terry, the offensive rebound. And we reset. Sharpe up top. Going right. Now crossing over. Looking for the flare screen. Kennard, corner, got it. Beautiful execution. Tied at 15. Oh, is that a fadeaway three for Wembanyama? He's just flexing on us. Almost made it. Clingan, inside, lays it in over roll. And Wembanyama drives and is blocked from behind. Donovan Clingan. We've seen that movie before. If Clingan wants to, he could go for the league lead in blocks per game next season. Wemby off the inbound. Corner three is money. I think he wants that first championship. He's certainly playing like it. Lukasen off the bench. She's swatted away by Edey. 2 on the shot clock. Terry does not put it up in time. Wemby says, on your head top. 18-17. Wembanyama gets open for another three. And it's an offensive rebound. Reza Shea gives it right back to his teammates. Victor with another score. Sharpe almost had the open three. Would have tied it. Hayes turns the corner and punches amongst the tall trees. Great post defense from Sharpe, poking it away, and Terry gets the hoop in the harm. Foul on Killian Hayes, and it's 22-20. Deep three, good for Johnson. Looking for Dalen Terry, straight away, and put back in powerfully by Luis Kuzma. And popping out for the jumper, Wembanyama. He is dialed in right now. Sharpe hits Lucas on the cut. I think we might have to use Lucas more than ever today, especially if Wemby has it going like this. Could a Clingan and Lucas lineup be in play? Shot clock running down. Another shot clock violation thanks to the block from Wembanyama. Our offense is discombobulated as Hayes gets fancy with the behind-the-head pass to Wembanyama. Sharpe runs over Johnson. He draws the charge. The Spurs are just doing all the little things, and we aren't. Wembanyama, just at the slightest hint of space, is going to make us pay. As they get in the way of Lorbeck's pass, he was caught in the air, turned it over. Wembanyama, aggressive, driving, kicking. Johnson, no. Rebound, Wembanyama, he scores. 9-point game as the shot clock is off in the first quarter. Lucas, fancy move inside, gets it to go over Edey. Hayes has the last shot, puts it up, and nearly made it. 33-26 is the score. It just feels like the way they score is demoralizing, as Wemby makes a bad turnover, stepping out of bounds. But we are within striking distance. Just got to keep our heads in the game as Clingan draws the foul on Killian Hayes. Both free throws good. McDaniels open straight away. Rebound, Kennard. Now it's Andrej Lorbeck up top. Moved to the bench for this game. And finds Kennard open. 2-point difference. Killian Hayes. Pick and pop. Wembanyama. He's not missing tonight. Lorbeck, risky pass inside. Jet Howard over roll. Hits the jumper. And now he'll drive on roll, get it to go. 1 point game. And here's Wembanyama, draws the double, and that leaves McDaniels wide open on the other side of the key. I mean, how else can you keep Wembanyama from scoring? Missed 3 from Howard. Under 8 to go in the second quarter. High arcing 3 goes for Irving. Now it's Lorbeck down the left side and lowers his shoulder into Hayes and hits the tough finish. Wembanyama. Hayes was not ready for the pass. And it's a run out. Lorbeck and 1. Foul on McDaniels. Hayes collapses the defense. Irving wide open. And it's Clingan up the middle. And what a shot. He hits it over Wembanyama, who almost fouled him on the play. And Irving hits another 3. Anytime we threaten to tie or take the lead, the Spurs answer. Terry inside, Clingan gets behind Wemby. Nice work. But he loses the ball. Hayes just takes it out of his hands. And Wemby connects again. He's got 19 points. Terry has Wembanyama flailing and room to operate inside. Timeout Spurs, as this has been neck and neck so far. Edey with great touch off the glass. And Lorbeck to Clingan, he punches it right before Edey could get to him. Under 4 to go in the quarter. Edey down low, attracts 2. Now Irving open. He's trying to win his second championship. 54-48. Johnson blocked out of bounds by Luis Kuzma. He was almost a San Antonio Spur, but we obviously pull the blockbuster draft day trade to land him with the pick that we should have rightfully owned, and right on cue, Kuzma scores. I don't think he was expecting to be in the finals as a rookie, being drafted to a team who was the worst in the league last year. And he's going to work for us off the bench, delivering inside to Thompson, who did not have the angle for the layup. Final minute of the half, Reza Shea in transition makes it a double-digit Spurs lead. Kuzma, why don't you just roll to the rim there? Why is he fading away with the jumper? Irving, Reza Shea down low, roll, open, baseline, and he's fouled by Sharpe. Both free throws good for Malik Roll, the Wichita State product. Sharpe open on the baseline, he's got that one. And Thompson stole it away. And Sharpe sprinting the floor for the dunk. Back to a single-digit difference. Irving dancing. Now inside, pulls up, blocked. Thompson denies him as the second quarter expires. This is looking a lot better than Game 4. But still, we trail by 9, and our season hangs in the balance. Putting Kennard into the starting lineup has not yielded the results that I've hoped. We only have shot 2 for 12 from three-point range, while the Spurs are 9 for 22. We are having success scoring in the paint with 38 to the Spurs' 14. That's largely thanks to Donovan Clingan, who has 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Shaedon Sharpe, 5 of 12, has not made a three-pointer. Luke Kennard has the only 2 threes we've made, but I was hoping that would open up the floor for Sharpe. It has not. Dalen Terry also has not made a 3. Meanwhile, Wembanyama, 25. Playing like a man possessed, like he has pretty much all series long. Meanwhile, Kyrie with 17 points. Keldon Johnson only with 6. So it's been Wemby and Irving doing almost all the damage. All hands on deck now. One more half to decide our fate. Will our season end, or will we force Game 6, which would be back in our house? Second half underway and roll. Bullseye from the left wing. Ausar Thompson with the finish. Anytime we can drive on Kyrie Irving, we should do that. That's our most reliable source of offense. McDaniels stepped out of bounds. Thompson trying to do the same thing, but McDaniels comes to help and steals it. And Wemby, a three, got it. 28 points. Donovan Clingan spotting up outside, finding Kennard open in the corner, missed it. Roll, trying again. He's got it again. Same spot, same result. Thompson, no good. Irving pushing. Thompson reaching. Irving with a move, drives, kicks. Roll again. Unconscious. A trifecta of triples to start the half. Shaedon Sharpe finally ends the run. We go back to the Thompson-Irving matchup. Kennard down low, gets the dump off, can't finish. Thompson bails us out, the steal in the backcourt. Kennard, the pump fake, the drive, the pass, Clingan, no finish. 16 points is the difference. Malik roll again, got it! He is breaking our soul. The lead has ballooned to 19, and we're losing focus. Johnson picks off the pass, and we foul the three-point shooter. Irving to the line for three. He does miss the first, but he makes the second and the third. 80-59 has got to be the biggest 21-point deficit there is. Roll. He's on takeover mode. What has gotten into Malik Roll? Shaedon Sharpe to Donovan Clingan inside as we punish Roll with the mismatch. 82-63. The floater from McDaniels. And just not on the same page offensively. 10 turnovers. Already. Roll will go to the line. And with the free throws, give him 16 points, not even halfway through the quarter. He's hotter than fish grease. Kennard makes it a 20-point game with the three. Roll finally misses. And Ausar Thompson takes it down the left side, kicks out to Kennard, and we are seeing a shooting clinic from these two players. Kennard takes Hayes' lunch money as Clingan has it stripped away. Spurs ball. Hayes got his hand in there, and they say it went off of Clingan's leg. But a bad pass finds Clingan. He's got the steal, and now Terry trying to take advantage. He does. Converts the fast break, and it's 86-71. McDaniels, swish. The Spurs have all the momentum. Andrej Lorbeck in the game, attacking Hayes, and one. The free throw is no good. Zach Edey takes it inside and lost it. Shaedon Sharpe comes away with it. He'll hit a cutting Andrej Lorbeck, swatted. Zach Edey again. McDaniels inside the line, missed it. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. 16 remaining in our season if we don't make something happen. Luke Kennard's certainly done his job today, but we gotta stay stuck to Keldon Johnson. Always ready to shoot. It's 16. Sharpe, the pump fake in the corner, tries the poster dunk. Fortunately, Kuzma is there. Gives it back to Sharpe. The jumper goes. 14-5 run Chicago, as we have finally slowed down the Spurs after their flurry at the beginning of the half, as we lose track of McDaniels. Left side, Sharpe, driving, and rim stuffed. You can't make this stuff up. He had a wide open look. Sharpe trying to atone for that one. He'll try the fadeaway, and he's got it. Jaden McDaniels finding Killian Hayes. The two former Bulls connecting. Lucas, oh boy. Edey did not want to get in the way of that. McDaniels the handoff. Johnson connects. And sometimes there's just no defense for an excellent shooter. Shaedon pivoting. Gives inside. Lucas has 8 points. Hayes. Bad pass right to Shaedon. We've got to capitalize here. Kuzma picks up his dribble, gives to Sharpe inside. He's got it. 21 for Sharpe. And we may have played ourselves back into this game. Reza Shea missed the shot. A bucket here heading into the fourth would be huge. Sharpe, Lucas has the mismatch. Puts it up and in. 10 for Lucas. Johnson has the last shot. Missed it. And the lead is only 11. That could have gone a whole lot worse, especially after the Spurs started that quarter red hot. But we fought our way back to about where we started the quarter at. That final minute was huge, going on a 6-0 run. Ultimately, we are still outscored in that quarter by 2. We hit 3 threes, but allowed 7. Shaedon Sharpe has 21. Donovan Clingan, 16. Do we have a little bit more gas in the tank? Wembanyama only played half that quarter and scored just 3 points. You would expect he's going to be a lot more aggressive here in the fourth with a chance to close out the finals. Malik Roll ends up with 16 in that quarter. All 16, I believe, were scored in that first half of the quarter and was not seen since. Hayes has his usual 10 assists somehow, but this is officially it. 11 points down, 12 minutes on the clock. Just have to make 1 point of progress per minute, and we're good. Sharpe missed it, and Irving gets up a quick shot on the other end. No good, put back in by Reza Shea. San Antonio reaches 100, and a bad pass hit Wembanyama in the leg. Shot clock running down for Kyrie, falling away, it gets the roll. And the Spurs get 2 quick buckets to start the fourth. Lorbeck, bothered by Wemby, who swallows up the rebound. Now swings to the corner, Roll missed the 3. 2 minutes have ticked off. Sharpe goes to the free throw line. That's only the first foul on Wembanyama, so no getting him into foul trouble tonight. Shaedon does hit both, as it's 102-89. Reza Shea, fade away. And it's Sharpe in the corner, guarded by Reza Shea. He's going to put it up and draw another foul. Free throws are the easiest way to score, and he again hits a pair. Wemby caught the defense slipping. Clingan just let him get right around. Turnover. Irving in transition. Skip pass to Roll. No. Wembanyama the rebound. Clingan with the block. Leaving it all out there on the floor as Kennard with another terrible read. And Johnson makes us pay. 17-point lead, San Antonio. Lorbeck leaves it inside. Clingan scores over Irving. Just as long as we can get those size mismatches on their guards, it's easier for us to score that way. Wemby with another bucket. Lorbeck answers with one of his own. It is 110-95. Roll to Reza Shea, way too open. We have just not been able to get our three-point defense in good shape at any point this series. To be honest, we've struggled with that all season long. Just other teams have not been able to make us pay on this level. Sharpe gets an and one, though. As Johnson fouled, got it to go. The fourth called on Sharpe, as we are understandably getting a little bit extra physical, trying to force misses. Sharpe spins around roll for the layup. Reza Shea. Our defense is falling apart. They are exposing our weaknesses. Sharpe, isolated on roll, scores again. He's been himself today, 32 points. Johnson just inside the line. Wemby with the putback jam. Under 6 minutes to go. Sharpe just doing everything for us offensively. Johnson couldn't handle the pass, but gets it back. Now finds Reza Shea. He's been hot. Missed the three. Irving on the offensive glass. Earns 2 free throws. Only hit 1. Jaden McDaniels comes into the game for San Antonio for roll. They go with the defensive sub as Lorbeck scores. McDaniels up top, handoff to Irving. Knifing through the middle. The floater is pure. Clingan, aggressive, draws a foul. Donovan Clingan also has played his heart out. He's got the double-double. And a block on Wembanyama. Down by 17, 4:20 on the clock. Clingan running the floor. How is that not a foul? Wembanyama stands him up. Now he takes it down the other way, delivers a pinpoint pass to Jaden McDaniels. Clingan on the roll. That time they call the foul as he takes a tumble. He has just taken a beating inside. And just losing concentration. We missed both free throws. Those weren't even bad releases. Irving, bang! 22-point game. Time is running out on the Cinderella Chicago Bulls. 3 minutes to go. We're going to play to the final whistle. McDaniels, I bet he's happy to come out on the winning end of this trade. Timeout, Chicago. It is a 21-point game. Not sure it's time to empty the bench quite yet. But Dalen Terry has been on the bench for a while. After Game 4, it feels like he should have been playing more. He's going to sub back in. Sharpe, no good. McDaniels threads it to Johnson. The layup goes. The Spurs offense has exploded in this closeout Game 5. Shaedon Sharpe has 37 points, but just has not gotten enough help. Irving can feel his second championship coming. Over 10 years apart. Hasn't won one since 2016. Anthony Edwards will also get his first championship, despite not being available for this game. And of course, Victor Wembanyama. He's going to get one last bucket here, presumably 36 points in his signature performance. 3 consecutive years making the finals for the Spurs. Last year, they were in line to win it, but Wemby got hurt in the Western Conference Finals, and they ended up losing to the Hawks. As the bench is empty, Donovan Clingan, Shaedon Sharpe, Ausar Thompson take a bow. From the play-in to winning a game in the finals. A remarkable story. But the story ends right here. Lorbeck puts up one final shot, hits it. And that will be the final score. Keldon Johnson dribbles it out. And the San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions. This is truly a fantastic basketball team. no shame in losing to them. This is truly one of the best teams I've ever seen constructed in 2K. Victor Wembanyama, of course, is a generational talent. He is what makes this team truly great. But this was also a masterclass in roster construction and building around the superstar. Trading for Kyrie Irving and Anthony Edwards, being willing to give up draft picks and young assets while still keeping the most important ones like Zachary Rizashay, Malik Roll, even going as far as to trade the number 2 pick for some quality role players. I'm not saying that move was even a good one, but it just illustrates the strong vision and plan that the Spurs had for this year. They wanted to put all their chips in, and it pays off. Logan Schmidt, the successor to Greg Popovich, hoists his first Larry O'Brien. And of course, the Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Victor Wembanyama, who can't even fit on the screen. That's how tall he is. Oh, man. I can't believe our Season 4 journey has finally come to an end. Shaedon Sharpe goes out fighting, 39 points. Donovan Clingan, same thing. It really is all over. And even though we lost, we still had so many fun moments along this playoff run, from the 70-point game for Sharpe to the various game winners, that defensive masterclass down the stretch in Game 2 against Atlanta, beating the defending champs, and then seeing Sharpe do it all over again with the 60 points in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Magic. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But this Spurs team is just a buzzsaw, and we were not constructed to beat them just yet. Wemby averaged 31 points, 17.4 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the series, shooting 58% from the field. One of the best NBA Finals performances in history, coming from just a 23-year-old. Felt like this has been inevitable for a while, but the Spurs finally have their first ring of this franchise. And it wasn't our time quite yet, but the good news is the fact that we went on this run with this young of a team without our best player, it indicates to me that we are in position to contend for a long time. And I think that we just might be a couple moves away from really being able to compete with the Spurs. We have a lot of players on rookie contracts, and a lot of players that are on team-friendly deals. Ingram and Sharpe are our highest paid players, and they're not even paid the maximum. I think we have a lot of flexibility to operate this offseason, and I think with the opportunity that we have, I think it might be time to make a really big swing. We've stockpiled good players and draft capital for a couple years at this point, and I think that allows us to put some pretty cool packages together in the trade market. We'll have to see which players are available once that draft lottery happens and the trading period opens back up. Now, it would be pretty quick to go through some of the early stages like player retirements and rule changes and maybe even the draft lottery, but I think I want to save that for the upcoming off-season video. This video has been long enough. I do want to leave you guys with one last look at our player stats. We played 21 games in the postseason, and we had only one 20-plus point per game scorer, and that's, of course, Shaedon Sharpe, who finishes just below 30 points a night. Andrej Lorbeck, who started only 9 of those 21 games, is our second leading scorer at 15. This is a bit of a weird team because I've said many times that they're balanced, and we definitely are. We have 6 players averaging double-digit points. But at the same time, we don't really have a true number 2 option beyond Shaedon Sharpe. Obviously, Brandon Ingram would have been that guy, maybe even the number 1. But aside from Sharpe going off pretty much every night, it was almost like it was a different player finishing second in scoring almost every single game. Sometimes it was Clingan, sometimes it was Ausar Thompson. I thought it was going to be Jet Howard, especially early in the playoffs in that Sixers series. He looked like he was going to be a great way to replace Brandon Ingram. He had a similar skill set as a tough shot maker, but ultimately he cooled off. His ratings just are not quite at the level that he can be a consistent number 2 scorer. Instead, he was most effective as a low-volume scorer off the bench. When we need a bucket, when our offense is struggling, that's who he would sub in, and he would usually produce when we needed him to. But if we left him out there for 35-plus minutes, he's not going to be extrapolating that same production. Honestly, I regret only starting Luke Kennard one game and playing him only 18 minutes per game. He averaged 9.2 points, 45% shooting. I think I probably should have started him at least half of these games. Especially in that finals series, he should have been playing a whole lot more, and he proved that in those final 2 games. But even despite all the flaws that the Spurs exposed, I'm still just so proud of this team. They showed that they can be far more than the sum of their parts. And we saw multiple players play much better in the playoffs than they did in this regular season, like Lorbeck, like Clingan. Ausar Thompson had some really amazing games for us, even though he really did struggle from beyond the arc. He definitely shoots a lot better in the sim games than he does in the play games. But you know what? That's going to do it for an unforgettable Season 4 of the Chicago Bulls franchise. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I took forever to finally finish the season. The series has just been going on for so long that I kind of just got burned out, and I wanted to focus on other series like the UTEP series, especially since I can actually play those games. With the Bulls series, all these games are played, a year ago, and I'm just editing old footage, so it's not quite as engaging for me to make these videos anymore. But at the same time, I'm a very stubborn person about stuff like this, and I decided at the very start of the series that I was going to finish it, and I still will, no matter how long it takes. I can't exactly expect there to be people that are still watching every single episode of the series. If you are, thank you so much, and I hope that you are able to still enjoy these videos despite the really weird upload schedule and pacing. I do think I'm going to use the end of this season as an excuse to hop back into my Bobcats franchise. I feel like that's the series that takes a backseat the most often, and I'm really hoping to get it off the ground. Of course, there was not much intrigue for Season 1 outside of the nostalgia. Our team was terrible, but with it being a retro series, of course, I am going to have a much easier time drafting good players because I know which players are going to be good. So hopefully that series will be a little bit faster paced and last a little less long than this series has. And those videos are also a lot faster to put together due to the live commentary style that I have adopted. Unfortunately, I can't do that for this series, so that definitely caps my ability to put out videos efficiently. But anyway, my plan is to put out 1, maybe 2 Bobcats videos before I return to the Bulls. I know the Bobcats are also at the end of a season, so I'll probably do the Bobcats off-season and then the Season 2 opener before I pick back up with the Bulls. But we have a really exciting off-season ahead of us, where we can pretty much do anything we want. We have the assets, and we have the cap flexibility to do some real damage and build an even better team. Please do let me know in the comments how you feel about this season, the way it ended, your favorite moments during it, and what you think we should do in this key off-season heading into year 5. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the video as well, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and recommend me to a friend. Thank you guys for all the support that you've given me throughout the series. 50 episodes is a milestone that I'm definitely proud of getting to. But as long as this series has gone on, we are not done yet. Season 5 is on the horizon, and I will see you for the off-season eventually.